day for us because we're releasing our platform. C'est une journée excitante pour nous. On dévoile aujourd'hui notre plateforme électorale. Bien avant tous les autres partis, we're releasing our platform well ahead of other parties. Alors, merci de prendre ce moment pour parler pas juste de ce qu'on vit, mais aussi de ce qu'on pourrait devenir, de ce qu'on doit devenir. Trop longtemps, on nous dit de rester raisonnable, de baisser les yeux, d'attendre, de sacrifier. On nous dit qu'on ne peut pas tout avoir. On peut pas avoir un toit, une planète ensemble, un gouvernement honnête, et on nous dit de choisir
environment, an honest government, and we're told we must choose between our present and future. And what some would call realism is nothing else than normalization of injustice. These are choices taken by governments who've preferred protecting the more powerful to the detriment of the majority. So while you work harder to make less, large fortunes prosper, while you pay more for rent to owners, the big businesses are making record profits. It's not an accident. It's a system. It's a system that they want, but that we must change. Today, I want to talk about hope, but it's not naive hope. It's hope that is rooted in courage, lucidity, action, hope that says with certainty that we can do better, we must do better. Our plan is not just a list of promises, it's before anything else a vision where Canada stops being governed by fear, by complacency. We propose a vision that is ingrained in social justice, in collective sovereignty and respect of our planet. It's a vision where housing becomes a right, finally, the real right of having a roof before anything else, where we build 1.2 million affordable housing, really affordable, where public money serves the public interest. Housing speculation stops having priority over the needs of housing. A vision where everybody makes enough through their work to live with dignity, where the first $40,000 for anybody making less than $100,000 are tax-free, where the minimum wage follows the reality of cost of living. No one is left behind, not workers, not seniors, and certainly not young people starting out in life, where courage, as opposed to others, to propose minimum guaranteed income so that no one should have to live the stress of not making ends meet. The courage to refuse to, when we have the land, the work, the desire to feed our people here. We want to protect our agricultural land. We want to invest in agro-food and give more power to the regions. We also want to end the era of oil, not in 10 generations, but now. And we want to invest this money that we continue pumping into an industry that is of a different century. We want to invest it in wind, solar, geothermal, and connect our regions with a national electric grid. Canada should and must become a leader for green energy, and that is now, not tomorrow. While we move forward in this direction, we should forget no one. Each transition should be done with justice. Every job lost in fossil fuels should be replaced by jobs in clean energy, jobs that will be well paid and especially make sense. We want to reestablish the connection between science and politics, finance, research, protect scientific integrity, share knowledge so that everybody can contribute to the future that we're building together. For this, we need an economy that works for everybody, not just for multinationals. That's why we want to establish strategic reserves, stop the export of natural resources that's untreated. Here, aluminum, green aluminum, batteries, we can do that, and we'll tell the U.S. that the time for dependency is over. We want an equal relationship. And if that means additional taxes to U.S. companies that take advantage of us, we'll do it. Because economic sovereignty goes through the respect of oneself, and economic sovereignty, even it's not just an option, it is a necessity. For the climate crisis, we'll be up to the objectives. We'll be prepared for urgencies, for emergencies, programs for resilient home, but also an approach that puts communities first on the front line. And we'll be ready for emergencies with a strong national agency, equipment made here as we know how to do, ability to intervene quickly with workers who want to defend their communities. We cannot always prevent crises, but we can prepare for them. And for too long, liberals and conservatives don't. We need to rethink our national defense, get out of this logic of war. Our resources, our democracy, our communities, a logic that is adapted to the 21st century with an army that is effective, ethical, and independent, and if necessary, it will be coherent by defending the rights, by recognizing Palestine, by fighting against this genocide currently happening in Gaza. We want to support populations that are struggling, working with democracies to counter cynicism and the increase of empires, American, Chinese, and Russia. We want to guarantee the right of each person to live without fear. We're going to criminalize the coercive control. We will protect people who are trans and non-binary, put an end to stigmatization of sex work, finally give real support to those who survive violence. We want to make Canada a country that is accessible for those who are disabled, people where they receive automatically the amounts that they are due. Each building, website, transport is built not to exclude, but to include people living with disabilities. We want to build a universal network of childcare. We want to feed people at lunch with Canadian products, give every child, regardless of their language or who their parents are, we want to give them the right to dream big, and we want to offer university debt-free, because education, first and foremost, is a right, because the future of a country is measured by what they offer to their children, and currently we are just giving them crumbs, and we want to reinvent.
That is Green Party co-leader Jonathan Pedneault there, unveiling the party's platform in Montreal. It comes just a day after the party was uninvited from both the French and English language debates.